So, looking immediately, my Henri is here.
Absolutely. The Henri
Oh, fantastic.
4 is live. Let the
I've been waiting all tournament to see one.
yes, the question
And it's on the
is
enemy side. Oh,
what the Hellfire is going to be capable of over the course of this game.
he's going to be kiting on our flank, surely. That's the main use I can imagine of it. So, I imagine C, there's a lot of open space there to get that 44 top speed out of it. So, that's where I would personally put an Henri, but we'll see what ERT Kill does with his.
Absolutely. I mean, he may take it brawling, which is not the recommended use of an Henri 4, but, well, stranger things have happened.
Push comes to shove, he might end up having to do that.
Well, we'll see. Shatter is not a map that particularly favours long-range combat. However,
No,
headbutt.
it's not open like traps.
So, let's kick over. And complete rejection of point C by the Paras on this one, which is kind of interesting. Normally you'd expect to see at least someone pushing down there, but they've only got the one gearing on their team under Kifix. Dive bombers are dropped and are running out as a scout, so that's absolutely textbook from Rewind. But, yeah.
Looks like we've got a straight split here, although they're sending both battleships onto the same side. That's somewhat unusual. You don't typically see the battleships go the same way. You usually have them separate so you get a crossfire. And interestingly, our Hakuryu hasn't launched a single plane yet. I don't know if it's a slow load, a crash, or what's going on here, but
If that's the case,
no
we
action.
may see a call for a restart if that's the case. However, early salvo out from Le Rainbow.
Here we go. I
Looking
think it
at
was just a slow load or a slight issue.
Michelle-
Here come the planes.
maybe no complaints in chat that I can see, and but that slow load may end up costing them the early reconnaissance advantage.
It's
Of
definitely
course,
got early reconnaissance, yeah.
Of course, since the early reconnaissance advantage in this case has consisted of a squadron of dive bombers blundering into a Des Moines flat cover, and yeah, there they go.
Fairly limited use, but hey, every little helps.
They picked up 4. They managed to tag one of the Des Moines, the Hindi, the Montana, and the Republique. So
So they
they've
know
got a
both
good
battleships now
idea.
going to sea.
They've got a good idea of what's pushing to sea.
Something's in B. I'm going to assume that's probably the gearing.
You assume absolutely correctly.
Des Moines moving
And-
up into those, so they'll be able to rate theirs the radar, I assume.
Maybe. Certainly, because of where Kifix is, he's pretty
He's
well
going to get reset here, though.
defilated.
Nope, he didn't. They thought he'd skin out of smoke and keep going forward, so he might have just...
Problem is, with a DM's autoloader, it's only
This
going
is
to be
in
a
the
few
phone
seconds
shooting.
between salvos, and, well, fool him once.
He got it off. He actually got the full cap. He's in
Wow.
a little bit of damage, but he did get the cap, so...
Yes. And I don't know if maybe Rakovsky's rangefinder's been bent, but he's having a very hard time hitting
Ooh, that's a big
Kifix.
hit that time.
Took 6,000, and he's ducked away.
Still more coming
And-
in. Zhao and Hindenburg both shooting.
Yeah, but
Planes
Kifix
have picked up those torpedoes.
had a knackered engine just for a second there. Meanwhile, someone has taken the opportunity to slip into A and get a quiet cap going there.
Yeah, that's
and,
Owens going for that one.
And Keklovich is securing up point C. So Kifix is going to have to play a very dangerous game here. He's going to have to sprint east, get into C, and block that cap with enemy fighters overhead. Now, depending on exactly where
Whoa.
Keklovich is... Oh, wow, Kifix is not doing it. He's not going for the block. So this is going to leave Ares 2 control points up.
Yeah, they got 2 control points. And Rakovsky... Is he trying to probe B? It looks like he might be trying for it, or is he just kind of...
He's thinking about it, because Kifix dumped his smoke swing, but took quite a few bomb hits in the process. He's on 4,000...
Oh, he's down to 4K already.
He's down to 4K. He's got fighters overhead. So Rakovsky could push into B. But if he does that, he will be very aware that trying to go broadside into B and poking out from behind this island at the southwestern corner is a very good way to end up broadside to, well, in this case, Arbidark, out in left field. Now, the question is... what Paras are going to do next, because they know they've got the tonnage superiority at point A, but they're being fairly cagey about pushing in. They're quite... Az and Keklovich are doing a very good job of persuading 3 times their number of ships to back off. And you would think by now that Fredmeister in particular would be getting a lot more aggressive into A.
Well, you might think that, but at the same time, it's a fairly equal... and it's 5v4 here, so it's not a very, very clear-cut advantage like it was in our last game, A trap, but SD's taking a lot of big hits here. He's losing quite a lot of health, and that's one of the downsides of the Zao. Its armor is relatively troll versus armor piercing, but against high explosive, it's nothing special, and doesn't have a lot of hit points. Only 40,800, which is better than tier 7 chap. So.
True enough, when you consider that most of the tier 10 cruisers tend to start at 50,000 and work up from there. But as there is just moving himself into cover, don't think he's quite broken contact, but he's very nicely defilated against Arbedek, Fredmeister and Parallelogram. His real problem is Autocrusher, and if Way XXX pops out as well, that could get nasty.
Yeah, everything's now unspotted on the A flank, and Keflex is getting pushed here. Oh, he backed up a little bit, and the Des Moines got shot off.
Yeah.
Still got more shots off.
It's not going to help him very much, though, because there's so much fire coming through. And the
the
carrier,
oh yeah,
torp bombers are having a look as well. Fish in the water.
There's the drop.
Smoke expires at the worst possible moment. He dodges the torpedoes, but with no cover left. It's really just a question of when Anders manages to get his reload up, because he can just kiss a salvo over that headland and just do the job. And Kifix really is moving in a way that perhaps he should have moved a couple of minutes
Finds
ago.
the bomb drop, and he's actually getting away with it.
Maybe.
Nothing has a shot on him
at the moment, but bear in mind that Keklovich is, well, as far as he knows, still behind this island in point C, and he's bow on at the moment, so he can't deploy his torpedoes. All Keklovich has to do is back up and fire down the corridor, and that's a dead gearing. Speaking of which, Otto Kreshner just caught on this.
Oh,
as there we go. Wow. Okay, interestingly,
yeah, they're using their numbers advantage. Now they've got that, they're going to push.
Paras are putting the pressure on, but they're not being as direct about it as I would. They're very content to take the long way round the one line. And to an extent they can. I mean, looking at the way the scores are playing out, they're 100 cap points up. They're behind on caps, although it's currently 1 locked, 1 to them and 1 swinging. Actually, no, that leaves them 1 up, doesn't it?
Yeah,
and
so they've got 1 act.
They're about, well, it's rounding error on the health, 400k to 370. So at this point, yes, Paras aren't being as aggressive as they could be, but they are perhaps being as aggressive as they need to be.
Yeah, because Ares are trying to push around C. They've got only Montana and Henri really stopping them, and of Gearing here, who has smoked up and probably try and get a torp drop in this Republic if he can see him. But he's going to get radared here by the Des Moines, and there you go.
Right, torpedoes are in the water. There go. He got his torpedoes away, however, so Kifix is gone. But right now, Supergrish has got to slam hard starboard rudder, and even
he
then,
is doing that.
It's not going to be enough.
He's going to take some here.
He's going to take a lot.
Come on,
that's
Republic, turn that ass.
1, 2, 3,
Oh,
wow.
desync.
I've got a desync.
1.
He eats 1.
Massive desync because he only eats the 1.
Yeah. However, in the process of that, he's turned broadside to the Rainbow.
Oh, big hit.
And the Rainbow was just waiting for that shot.
Here comes the front turret.
Yeah, here comes the front. Is it going to be enough? Okay, he eats another 10,000 there. Thing is, what state is Supergresh's flak in? Because he's also got Orti kills.
Now burning as well, so he's done for.
Yeah, the Hellfire's looking at it, and since he almost certainly damn con to deal with that torpedo hit.
The Rainbow to take the kill, there it is.
Unfortunately, of course, the Hellfire had to unmask. Ulti is down to 27,000 with the Hindenburg chasing him. Anders is also looking hungry, but he's looking at the Rainbow. And both Montanas have opened up way more angle than I would normally suspect.
Yeah, Anders, he takes a torpedo on the bow, so that might have been a flood. Then again, airdrop torpedoes, so you'd never certain those.
Yeah, that could be a fire that's got him burning health, however, but...
He's damn... No, he hasn't damn con, so...
He hasn't damn con, so I don't think he's flooded, no.
Rakovsky's been forced to push out of this island. He's got a Minotaur and Hindenburg surrounding him, and he's got the Montana right there. He's not world. It's just a case of who kills him, really.
And a question of how much damage he does in the process. Otto Kreshmer coming around and looking for his second scalp, and... Ooh.
Big hit. Didn't even have time to render in before the kill shot.
Yeah. That was classic Minotaur, very much the glass cannon of the tier 10 cruisers, and you show even a hint of broadside in that thing and you are going to eat Citadel left, right and centre.
Yeah, the Rainbow and Ortikill are doing a great job here of just holding back this force, so the Republic's gone, the Montana's getting HE spammed by the Henri, the Hindenburg's trying to take out the Henri, but too fast. It's very hard to hit a target that fast. Here comes Montana Salvo.
Indeed. However, Ortikill's problem...
a decent hit.
Yeah, Ortikill has another problem. Aside from the fact that he's on 12,500 and has an Montana, he's about to run out of map. This is the problem with a very fast boat. Sometimes the maps just aren't big enough.
Strike coming in on Montana, as well as Otto firing G.
Yep, Anders is looking for
Montana
it. Well, it's not too... there goes one torp bomber. They're turning in for their attack run. No, thinking about it. Second one down. Wow, that hesitation's going to cost them. Torpedoes in the water, one in the belt, one, I think, just forward of it. But we've got some pretty nasty, decent problems on this side of the map.
That's definitely a flood, and he hasn't got damcon because there's a fire going at the same time. He's losing health rapidly, and here comes another drop just for good measure.
And that's a kill shot. Boom, rewind gets it. So it's just Nishizel left on the eastern side. I think
Paras have pretty conclusively got this one.
Paras have got this one, absolutely. No questions asked. Their push on A was
executed by the books, exactly as it should have been. They weren't too quick into it to waste health. They weren't so slow that they couldn't capitalize. They did it more or less exactly as you want. And most of their ships are still on good health. The Henri's taking a fair battering, as Henri's tend to do, but all the other force from A, all the cruisers are on such good health that they can afford to trade health in this stage of the game. Yeah, and they need to. They've got cap control and huge points lead.
And more to the point, that even where they have taken the damage, Ares just haven't been able to turn the damage they have done into kills.
Oh, Hindenburg takes a big salvo there from the Rainbow. Just a case of how quickly can they kill this Hindenburg. Can they kill him before the match ends?
Probably not.
Then again, sneaky snake lasts until the game ends. He's being pushed by a Montana and a Hindenburg at the same time. Well, the Zau's coming up behind.
Well, that's torpedoes in the water, so I think the answer to your question is no. I think it's going to take 2 there.
There's
5,002. The moment the Hindenburg gets the reload, Otto's going to back his... Oh, Otto does...
There it goes.
Otto does back his third, but it's off the flood. I expected it was going to be off that last armor-piercing salvo.
Probably just a little bit too close to auto bounce.
978. Keklovich, sadly...
The Rainbow could go down here.
Yeah.
For a bit of a glory.
Keklovich, however, I think is just going to burn down before that happens. Boom. And that is game. So, Paras take it 2-0. Ares are dumped out of the tournament.